Hey lovers, how you doing? Good day wherever you are in the world, be morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to another exciting episode on Connecting the Mind and Soul, and I remain your host, Jumoke Ogunsuwada. And on today's episode, we'll be talking about know when to leave. Know when to leave. Actually, I'm not supposed to do this topic today, but because of what just happened recently to someone that I know, I decided to do this today. And it's personal, and I really want to share it with you. And I hope you also, pick one or two things about it. And someone that I know that was close to me, like an aunt, just passed away of recent. And it's because she was in this abusive marriage, and it went on for years, for decades. And everyone around her was always telling her, please leave, leave. The children would be like, oh mom, you need to get out of this marriage, you need to do this. But eventually she did, and she did some of the courage, the strength, and she left. She told the children that she was ready to leave. And they got her a new apartment, they got her a new business. And someone who used to look like a shadow of herself started to look good, full of life. I mean, she was living a good life, a new life, and we were all happy for her. But then, sometime this year, the husband, because they're not divorced, they just got separated. The husband got, very sick, very, very sick, and he needed someone to take care of them. And the children and people came around and like, okay, why don't you just take care of him for the time being? And when you nurture him back to life, he can go on with his life, and you go on with your life. I said, okay, no problem. But she said, on one condition, I won't, go to his house. You can bring him to my house. I will, and once he's feeling better, he can go back to his house. And that was exactly what they did. And I think she was even one of the people that went to pick him up, and they took him to her house. And she nurtured him back to health. And he got better, and he refused to leave. And so she called the children, like, look, your dad is better, but he's refusing to leave my house. So the kids called the dad and said, look, both of you are separated. She's living her life, you're living your life. Please go back to your house, which he did, but with some resentment here and there. And after a few weeks, he called her up and said, oh, I forgot some of my things at your home. I want to come over to pick them up. And she said, okay, that's no problem. Let's meet on, so day. And, he came over to pick his things. But something led to another. They had an argument, words flaring here and there. And he picked up a stone and smashed her head. And she died immediately. He tried to commit suicide, but that's not the point. The point is, she is dead. She is dead. Please, let's know when to leave. She gathered the courage, though it was later. She did, but I feel it's a compassion, the empathy she felt towards him that killed her. But still, I feel if she had left earlier, probably maybe they would have, separated a long time ago. There would have been that kind of um, rapport or closeness between them. I mean, I have a friend also who went through something like this, and I thank God for her life that she left early. I mean, from the time she was with him until the time that she is now, a lot of things have changed. Her life has changed, her work, there's been a lot of promotion, a lot of progress, her social life and everything. Because when she was actually with him, there were a lot of limitations. The things she would wear, where she could go, she wasn't even allowed to go to a party. It was as bad as that. But I thank God. And there were, also physical abuse, here and there. And on top of it, she was even doing mainly most of the things in the home. But I thank God for her life that she eventually decided to leave, and she took her kids along, and they are all doing well. Please know when to leave, because I actually have this elderly couple that someone was telling me about. I mean, some weeks back. And she also, was going through a lot in a marriage. And for decades upon decades, even the children were urging her to leave, and she did not. And now they're both older. I mean, they're both old, but they are both living in misery. They are both frustrated. They can't stand each other. But they're old. Where are they going? They're going to stick it till they die. Mean, what would you tell her? It's a something-year-old woman to pack out of her husband's house. Where will she go? The children have gone, they're married, they already have kids, they're enjoying their lives, and she is still there. When they were telling her that, she's like, oh, because of the children, because of this. But the children are living their life now. She is there, miserable. Though there's no more physical abuse, but there's still verbal abuse. Her mental state is not stable. Please know when to leave. Now, wrapping up on today's episode, I would like to talk to you. It's not just about the women today, even the men. I mean, we have cases of women killing their husbands because of text messages, because of going to overnight parties, because of suspecting them of adultery. I mean, just the other day we saw a story of a man that was stabbed to death in his sleep because the wife saw a message on his phone. And just the other day, we also saw a story of a man that, the wife poured hot oil while he was sleeping. And we've seen too many times of women cutting off their husband's genital, thing there because they feel they're, cheating and things like that. It's not about the gender, it's about the person you're with. Please learn to understand that marriage changes no one. We have people who are cutting who think, oh, once I get married to her, once I get married to him, it will change, it will do this. Marriage changes no one. Marriage changes no character. It only brings it out the more. So please, when you see the red flag, or you see the handwritings on the wall, please japa, run, because they will not change. They will only become worse. And until I see you next time, stay blessed, stay shining, stay beautiful, stay handsome. Bye.